Hi, this is Travis from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this clip on the Political Voices Network.
Their thuggish behavior leads to the death of people. Republican-led counties across the country are counties with the highest rates of death in our nation.
Yay. Jamal Bowman is on fire. We're here for it. Hi, I'm back. Okay. By the way, Ron Filipowski tweeted, "We learned that the great businessman has taken out over $100 million in new loans. Truth Social and his NFTs were a financial flop. He's been paid $5 from the Saudis toward their new resort in Oman, and Melania has made a few million on her various trinkets."
The best.
She's being more of the best, apparently, than he is. Okay, and so the Fox trial, Dominion has been delayed till we think tomorrow. We think there's settlement talks going on.
Don't settle.
Don't do it, Dominion. They have got
flinch.
to do it on air. They've got to do an apology and admission they lied on air.
Don't flinch.
Yeah. But it's an admission. Like I was saying, when we played that one audio last week, I'm like, that's the whole ball game. It's a Trump administration official admitting there is no problem with the machines, and the audit found the same thing, that was pretty close, almost exactly to the initial count or whatever. Right?
This is Mortal Kombat. We want a fatality.
Yes. Oh, I just thought this was President Biden reached an agreement with Mexico to ramp up Mexico's cooperation in preventing fentanyl from making its way to the U.S. Republicans love to blame Biden for Americans' fentanyl problems, but in reality, this is a deal that Trump was unable to make.
Of course.
Mr. Art of the Deal. His only idea is let's bomb Mexico. If he, oh dear God, God forbid, got back in again, bomb Mexico. That's his plan. Without their, to bomb the drug cartels without their cooperation. That's a fantastic plan.
Go to war with our neighbors.
Yeah, and also we need to mention this one more time.
Hypocrites.
Texas Republican who had led the charge to ban all-ages drag shows to stop the sexualization of kids is facing allegations of inviting an intern to his home, serving her alcohol, even though she isn't old enough to legally drink, and having sex with her. But that's not grooming.
He's not a drag queen, though.
Right.
It's okay. Exactly. It's cool because he's not a drag queen.
Exactly. Give me some more Jamal Bowman. I'm in the mood.
I also want to mention gun trafficking. The guns that come into places like New York come from Republican-led states. We actually know who the traffickers are. We know who the gun owners are, and we're not doing nothing about it. This is inaction from a legislative perspective, but also from a procedural and collaboration perspective, because out of the 17,000 law enforcement agencies in our country, only 7,000 actually track firearm incidents. 10,000 do not. So, they can do it just by simply entering into a computer, but they're choosing not to. The crisis is multi-layered.
These last two, who can even remember, Travis, these last two shootings in these two southern states just over the weekend?
A Sweet 16 birthday party, another one at a park in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah. But whenever they get up and say, this isn't who we are, I'm like, yes, it is. This is exactly who we are in America right now. What do you mean, this isn't who we are? This doesn't represent who we are. Yes, it does. Until we change it, that absolutely this is who we are. Let's go over to the NRA, see how the thoughts and prayers are going with Mike Pence. Here we go.
Our hearts and our prayers are with all the families that suffered loss and injury in these unspeakable attacks. Ignoring the motivations of the trans activists who killed 3 children and 3 adults at that Christian school in Nashville, and ignoring the mental health challenges of the man who killed 5 people and injured 8 others in Louisville, President Biden and the Democrats have returned to the same tired arguments about gun control and gun confiscation. But we don't need gun control. We need crime control. We don't need lectures about the liberties of law-abiding citizens. We need solutions to protect our kids.
I noticed he didn't mention the part about that she went to the Christian school, the shooter, that she was a Christian who went to the Christian school.
I just want to call it, he called her a trans activist.
Right.
No.
Has
she been an activist?
No.
Has she done any activism? No. Based on what the conversations are with her friends and her parents, she had not even transitioned. And it was a written statement where she said that she referred to herself with male pronouns.
And every time they talk
don't
about
call
mental,
her a trans activist.
Right. And every time they talk about mental illness, they don't want to do anything about that either.
Yeah.
They want to cut funding in every bill that they ever look at. I'm like, stop saying that, because you don't want to do anything about that either.
Yeah.
Okay. Really. Do we have to? What have I done wrong this weekend?
Well, first is the part where he kicks Pence while he's down. So that's kind of fun.
Okay.
If you take a look, this week's morning console poll, I led the field by 33 points with Trump 56, DeSantis 23, Pence 5. I hope you gave Pence a good, warm approval. Because he is a nice man. If you want to really know the truth, he's a good man. And I heard it was very rough. It's a big news story. You've made news today. I don't know what you did, but you made news today with the introduction you gave.
So he's thanking him for booing Mike Pence?
Yeah. I love how
he's a nice man. He has a perfectly nice neck. Shame it remains unhung. But other than that, nice man.
I mean, it's like so... First, he's like, I don't know what you did. I hope you gave him approval. I don't know what you did. I heard you made news today. Yes, you know exactly what they did, you dummy.
Wait, let's hear it again. Can we hear it again? 19?
19?
Why not? Yeah.
Well, hello, NRA. I love you too.
Wait, was he saying that as a joke, or did he really think they were cheering him?
Well, one person did yell, "We love you, Mike," but I don't know if that
underneath the booze.
But I don't know if that person was.
Like someone like Snoopy.
But I don't know. But was that person being sarcastic because they were all booing him so
loud?
Or
was he being sarcastic?
And then
saying,
Mike Pence,
I love you too.
No, I think Mike Pence sincerely Pence sincerely believed that somebody out there loves him.
Someone did.
And then they all laughed at him.
Even capable.
So it was like a singular thing. He was saying, "I love you" to the one person that said, "I love you," despite all the. Naysayers. See, that's true love. Don't listen to the naysayers. I love you, one person. They probably meant that ironically. Okay. All right, let's skip to... Oh, God, Lord.
They want to demonize patriots and persecute Christians while pushing the transgender cult on your children. Children turn 25 and they say, "Who did this to me? Who did this to me? How did you let this happen?"
Wait, what? People are turning 25 and going, "How did this happen to me? Who did this to me?"
How did I transition?
No, that's not happening to anyone.
Well,
what?
Also, what he said is the exact opposite of what Mike Pence just said. Mike Pence said that she was a trans activist, and Donald Trump is saying that someone forced her to transition, and she was not happy, and that's why she went and shot up a school. So, like, literally, neither one of these bumbles know what they're talking about.
He's thinking of the morning he woke up and went, "Who put a mushroom where my penis is supposed to be?" I didn't. Was it always a mushroom? Okay. One last one, and then we can be.
To convene an independent outside panel to investigate whether transgender hormone treatments and ideology increase the risk of extreme depression, aggression, and even violence. I think most of us already know the answer, don't we? Furthermore, we have to look at whether common psychiatric drugs, as well as genetically engineered cannabis and other narcotics, are causing psychotic breaks. A lot of problems. We're having problems that we've never seen before, and people sort of think they understand why.
If you want to see psychotic breaks, just go to Truth Social almost any hour of the day, and you could. Was he also, Sean, talking about marijuana zombies? Was that what that was? Cannabis something?
You know what cannabis makes you want to do?
Yeah.
Sit on your couch and not go out and shoot people.
You know what word he has a hard time with? Transgender. Transgenders. He sounds like Jerry Lewis. Transgender. He sounds like Jerry Lewis a little bit.
I get that.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, back in the real world, our president, beloved, did you see that reception he got in Ireland?
Well,
holy cow.
Although this is kind of weird. This is Joe.
Oh, now it's he already had a triumphant welcome.
I think he had just a little bit too much fun, and this was his farewell to Ireland.
Okay.
There's nothing our nations can't achieve if we do it together. I really mean it. So thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
Okay. Come on, that was fun. Let's go lick the world? I mean, that's a nice thought.
You're going to catch something if you
I'd like to see the world for once all licking hand in hand.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, Joe.
I think he had a...
Let's go lick the world?
I think he got into
some
think Jamesons
that's nice.
over there.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing
the world needs
not
to be
enough
licked?
of. Yes.
It's called Lick the World?
All right.
Come on.
Okay. MVP That's why I'm wearing my T-shirt. Kamala Harris was out here in L.A. Surprise visit at the Women's March.
You know, in traveling around the world, I often, in fact, almost every time when I go to a new country, I'll meet with women to talk with them about how they're doing. Because I fundamentally believe that you can gauge the strength of a democracy based on the strength of women in that democracy.
And also, woo! Yes.
Also, I want to point out, going out and gathering clips, all right wing yesterday was tweeting out the first part of that clip where I travel and I talk to women.
Yeah.
And everyone on the right wing is going, look at her. Oh, it's so hard to go talk to women. Oh, look, they leave out the point that she was making about the status of democracy in these countries.
Yes, of course they do. Okay, one more.
So when they dare attack the rights of women, understand, for all of you who are watching, who walk around wearing those lapel pins, requiring that people look at you with some level of respect. When you attack the rights of women in America, you are attacking America.
Yeah.
Republicans say they won't cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. But can honest, hard-working middle-class Americans really believe what these politicians say? Republicans said they wouldn't overturn Roe v. Wade. Here's what Supreme Court Justices Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Coney Barrett said during their Senate confirmation hearings.
Roe v. Wade. It is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. A good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court.
Roe v. Wade. It's settled as a precedent of the Supreme Court.
Roe is not a super precedent, but that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled.
Well, we saw how that turned out. They played us for fools. Tell your elected officials to keep their hands off of our Social Security and health care benefits.